reduce, reuse, and recycle. I'm sure that we've heard this phrase used many times in the past couple of decades in regards to recycling. But recycling has seemed to focus more on urban cities rather than the rural areas. And as a city council of Decatur, Texas, I'm sure that you've seen this prevalent in Decatur, as we are a more rural area. But it's proven that rural areas benefit from recycling just as much as urban areas do. So to benefit Decatur economically and ecologically, we need to partner with a recycling program. I'm a senior nursing major at ACU, and this summer I moved to Austin, Texas, where I have witnessed the prevalency of recycling. And I've noticed that back in my hometown, Decatur, there's not such an accessibility to recycling, and that has been detrimental to the health of our city. So first, I'm going to address some reasons why Decatur has issues with recycling and a lack of accessibility to it. And then I'm going to provide a solution of partnering with a recycling program from a big city and how that will be beneficial to Decatur. But to understand more about the topic of recycling in Decatur, we need to focus on the issues as to why we don't recycle as much as we should to begin with. So the first thing about Decatur is the location of it, and that's been an issue and put a halt on recycling. So as you can see, Decatur is in the North Texas region, and within that, it's in more of a rural area. It's outside of the DFW area. So whenever I went to Google, I went ahead and put in recycling facilities near Decatur, Texas. And when I did that, it popped up all of these areas in the DFW area. And it also showed areas within the Denton area, which there isn't a recycling facility within 10 miles of Decatur, Texas. So that is one issue that has caused a lack of accessibility for recycling. In this next slide, I'm showing pictures of landfills, and the reason that I'm doing this is to give you a more visualizing experience of what a landfill is like. So in 2014, it says that the average person generates over 4 pounds of trash a day, which that equals up to 1.5 tons of trash a year per person. So 4 pounds doesn't seem like a whole lot until you add it into 1 year. And then it seems like a whole lot more. So in 2017, the United States Census Bureau says that 6,721 people live in Decatur, Texas. As you can hear, that's a very small town, as I'm sure you already know. And so whenever you think of the waste that we produce, you wouldn't think it would be very much. But if we equate it to 1.5 tons per person every year, Decatur generates 10,081.5 tons of solid waste for Decatur, Texas. And that's a lot of waste. And it says in the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, in 2016, that 75% of the American waste stream is recyclable. This is an important thing to note because if we use 75% of our waste for recycling in Decatur, Texas, we would only have about 2,000 tons of waste per year rather than the 10,081. And then another important thing was a study done by Lane Community College in 2014, and it says that the cost to recycle 1 ton of material is $359.21. But the cost to landfill 1 ton of material is $717.11. Now that's a big difference. And so I have uploaded a video from Lynn Bastille. EHOW posted this in 2009, and it's a video that explains a little more about the financial state that recycling provides.
If you take roughly 1,300 pounds of compacted recycling, that's 1 cubic yard of space that you have saved on a landfill. As the prices of properties continually increase, the price of landfills are going to continually increase.
So as we've talked earlier about how that using landfills to reduce the waste, which is what Decatur does, is wasteful, It's also more expensive, as we can see from the financial statement. And Limba still makes a point here that it costs more to buy landfill land than it would to just recycle. So now that we've talked about how recycling is a key piece needed for waste control in Decatur, Texas, and money saving, I want to present a solution to this issue. So I think a perfect solution to this issue would be Recycle Revolution Dallas. So this is a company that's been around for 11 years, and it serves the North Texas area. It's been serving for 11 years, and it is for composting and recycling. It also provides a bundled plan, and I'm going to explain a little more about what that bundled plan is. So in waste management, which is done in California Bay Area, Castro Valley, which is about the same population as Decatur, Texas, if you buy a garbage container that is 3 cubic yards or smaller, your collection service will include an equal amount of recycling built into the garbage rate. And this is considered a bundled plan. So for Recycle Revolution Dallas, they outsource recycling to smaller cities around the area, which would be perfect for Decatur, Texas. And they provide the bundled plan, which would mean that for a family who bought a 3 cubic yards or smaller trash bin, they would also get the same in recycling. So I've interviewed a man who lives in Georgetown, Texas. His name is Ellis Hinton, and he has lived previously in Colorado, Tyler, Texas, and California. And with that, in Georgetown, Texas, they provide a bundled plan. And this bundled plan is important because it allows the citizens more access to a recycling bin, which is important. And on here, I have added the information for Recycle Revolution Dallas, and I challenge you to contact them today. Now that we've reviewed a solution to the lack of accessibility of recycling in Decatur, Texas, I'll go ahead and review what we've learned today. So to benefit Decatur economically and ecologically, we need to partner with a recycling program. As we've heard earlier, that Decatur has had issues with recycling in the past because of the location, as well as the more rural area, and that the solution would be to partner with a program that outsources recycling to smaller towns, such as Recycle Revolution Dallas, to solve this problem. So, City Council advisory, today I challenge you to pair with a recycling program. I challenge you to use the email and email them and get in contact with this recycling program. We need to make a change. As the world grows and continues to develop, the waste we produce is left behind. Continuing to bury the waste in landfills isn't a successful solution to the problem. It's much like shoving clothes under the bed whenever you're cleaning. It's out of sight, but it's not out of mind. We need to begin utilizing our resources today and reduce, reuse, and recycle.